We now return to Seacoast Sunday Morning with Kelly Brown.
All right, joining us today is Declan Gregg. He is from Greenland, 9 years old, right, Declan? Uh-huh. And his mom, Stacy Gregg. And Declan is helping to organize an event at the New Hampshire SPCA. It's going to be Sunday, March 18th from 11 to 4. Children for Horses. It's a letter writing party at the SPCA. It's for kids of all ages, right, Declan?
Yeah.
Now, this is about treating horses and desire to keep horses safe and treated humanely. Declan, how'd you get involved in your concern for horses?
Well, I saw my mom. She was looking up a lot of stuff on the computer, so I kind of watched her and asked her what she was doing, and she told me about the slaughtering of horses. And then I kind of started doing more things from there.
It's tough. I have an 8-year-old daughter, so sometimes you try to keep them in the dark about certain things that happen to animals. How did this come about that Declan got really interested?
So initially it was because of a friend of mine who was telling me about a horse that she saved from slaughter, a pony that she's having trained for her children. And I was like, what do you mean they get slaughtered? Even as a horse person, I had no idea that it happened, which I think as we've talked to people, we've found out people just don't even know it goes on. And so I went home and started looking into it. And then shortly thereafter, the timing was such that it was when the bill was passed to allow meat inspection of equines again in the United States. So I started looking at things, and Declan was like, what are you doing, Mom? And of course, like you said, I was not letting him see things. I'm like, nothing. It's just horses are being treated inhumanely and poorly. And little by little over the last couple months, he's wanted to know more, and he's taken the initiative to find out things. And of course, I'm still a parent, and he is only 9, so I've been careful about what he's seen. But we've always talked about how if you're going to stand up for something, you need to know both sides of the issue. So I've shown him arguments from both sides, articles written from both sides. He's seen some pictures. He's seen some video. We've tried to keep it at a reasonable level, but I've let him take the lead and let him tell me what he's comfortable seeing and what he's comfortable knowing, and just really started out with the basics. But he wanted to know.
I saw HBO, I think, did a special on some of the butcher facilities in certain states in the United States, but a lot of them ship to Canada.
Currently they go to Canada or Mexico. And they are on a transportation truck. They're on the trucks for, even 1 to 2 days. They don't stop. They don't leave them food and water. They cram them into trucks. There was a truck that overturned in Tennessee maybe a month ago now, I think. And by regulations, they should have only had 22 horses on it, and he had 38 of them crammed into that truck, taking them down to Mexico to a feedlot. So even the transport is a real issue. It's an issue from beginning to end, the inhumane and cruel treatment of them. Well,
Declan, what are you asking some of your friends out there and people that are listening, kids, to get involved? It's the Children for Horses letter writing party at the NHSPCA, the March 18th. You're asking for kids to write letters, right, to tell you why they're concerned about maybe the treatment of horses?
Yeah, and why they, how they, touched your life, and how horses have maybe helped you go through something.
And they seem like such a companion animal, even through our history, going back to the West, and now, horses are one of those animals, like dogs, that kids really fall in love with.
Right, and he can actually tell you there's a little filly down at the SPCA who's taken a shine to him, and it's really cool to see them interact. And you can tell she loves him right back. She walks right up to him and she nuzzles him, and she's very gentle with him. But that's the big difference. They're a companion animal. We rely on them for work and for sport, and we interact with them, training them. They're intelligent, and they're just not a food source. They're not, you don't give your kid a pony with the intent that, in a few years it's going to be slaughtered for human consumption. That's not the intention. That's not what people want for their horses.
So Declan's going to be going to Washington, D.C. He'd like to get as many letters as he can to help address this problem with Congress, maybe change some laws, and looking for kids to write him letters. And he's going to bring that. He's going to see Congressman Ginta.
Right.
And if people can't make the event at the SPCA on the 18th, they can still mail letters to Declan. What is the address?
You can send them to Children for Horses, right, Declan? And what's the address?
P.O. Box 614, Greenland, New Hampshire, 03840.
So it's if you want to write a letter to Declan, help out with the Children for Horses, you can mail it to Declan, care of Children for Horses. That's the number 4, Horses, P.O. Box 614, Greenland, New Hampshire, and Declan will deliver them to Congress.
Right. It's very exciting. The Million Horse March and the letter writing campaign comes from the Equine Welfare Alliance. And they have a press conference set up, sponsored by Congressman Jim Moran of Virginia. And we'll be having a press conference, and then the kids get to go, whoever has been committed to the trip, and they will get to go and deliver the letters to the congressmen and the senators
and this is
in their
almost,
offices.
Almost, Stacy, this is not the first time he's done something like this because he testified in Concord, right?
Right.
Which is pretty impressive that Declan's already been in Concord in front of a packed house at the state capitol talking about this issue, talking about the American Horse Slaughter Prevention Act of 2011. Declan doing some great work. Declan, great job. And again, let's give the details. It's going to be the Children for Horses letter writing party. If you can attend that at the NHSPCA, it's going to be March 18th from 11 to 4. There's going to be all kinds of fun things, as you mentioned, for the kids to do during that time frame as well, if you want to bring your letters or even writing them while you're there. And for more information, you can go to childrenforhorses.blogspot.com.
It's a Facebook page, too. So we're putting a lot of information, posting that on Facebook. So you can just look for Children for Horses.
And Declan, when you were in Concord, what did you actually say to everybody at the State House?
My name is Declan Gregg, and I am 9 years old. This is what I think about horse slaughter. I think horse slaughter should stop because it is cruel, mean, gross, and inhumane, and it is very wrong. When I look into a horse's eyes, I see love in the healing hands of God. Horses are not treated fairly. What did they ever do to you to be killed this way? Is freedom too much to ask? I love horses, and I've tried everything I can think of to save these beautiful, loving creatures, and I hope it works. When I watch videos and see pictures about this cruel way to kill horses, I look at their eyes, see the most hurt and scared eyes I have ever seen. That is, if they haven't already hurt their eyes so they don't kick on the truck. I love horses, and I hope this cruel way to kill horses stops for good, and I hope you do too. Thank you, Declan.
Well, it's hard to top that letter. That's a great letter, but certainly you'd love some more letters as well to bring to Congress.
Definitely.
If you want to help out again, if you can't make the event at the SPCA, you can still write Declan. Declan, care of Children for Horses, P.O. Box 614, Greenland, New Hampshire, 03840. Again, go to childrenforhorses.blogspot.com, and they're on Facebook as well, Children for Horses on Facebook. Stacy Gregg and Declan Gregg, and it's nice to see him as a father of an 8-year-old daughter who's concerned about animals. It's nice to see some other concern, somebody out there working hard to help out the animals, Declan. So way to go and good luck, all right?
Thank you. And I also want to thank everybody who's helped me get to this point and donated money for my supplies for the groups and trips.
He even knows how to thank everybody.
He's definitely taken the initiative. He's a good kid. He's got a big
Gregg
heart.
And Stacy Gregg, thanks a lot and good luck, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.